I don't know whether corruption don't enter Chelsea in form of whether like collecting money and do other thing them.
Somebody draw today with under 23 Everton. Jesus Christ. Oh boy, madu.
Today we get Kante for bench and you receive call from village say may you put Saul. I don't understand the person wey even call and tell am that kind of thing.
Keep conceding, keep dropping points. We should be at home watching the match rather than coming here to face massive humiliation.
Currently, Mendy they lick them like watermelon in the swallow. This goes and they enter.
This is not the time we're supposed to drop a point or lose a match.
There's nothing you go tell me say maybe COVID affect Chelsea. He affect Everton more than Chelsea. Not to where Chelsea fit tell me.
Pulisic this night is the most disappointing player this night. When are they read when they complain of game time? Not be this kind games. Not be this kind games.
If Chelsea continue like this, the year is already end now. So I'm thinking of like to jump to another club now, but let me just see giving them like 2-3 matches to play.
Welcome to Football Fans Tribe. Here we interview Naija football fans after matches and we give you Naija football fan content back to back. So if you're new here, please and I beg, click the subscribe button and don't forget we are running a crowdfunding, a fundraiser to fund our trip to Cameroon to watch the Super Eagles live in AFCON next year. We can't do it without you, so just check the description for a PayPal link for international transactions and a local bank account for local Nigerian transactions. Thank you very much for watching. Here comes the rest of the interviews.
Happy, I beg. The match is just like Chelsea feeders playing match today. But this was beyond my expectations. I tell you the truth. So I'm not happy. I'm not happy about today's result because this is not the time we're supposed to drop a point or lose a match or even draw a match. Sorry, Liverpool won today, Man City won. So we drawing this match today now. They are ahead of us with extra point again. So you see them now. The job now is now more difficult to achieve. So I'm not happy for today's result.
So you just touched on about 4 points now behind the league, the people where they top the league, Man City, and then one win in the last 4 games for Chelsea.
I'm trying to see the fact that yes, we're actually being affected by injuries. So I will not, but in as much as we're being affected with injuries, I don't think Chelsea is supposed to be, because like the last time I came to watch match, I was telling somebody was saying Chelsea has a better team compared to Man City, and I was like, you don't compare Chelsea to Man City. First of all, Man City have replacement for any player. They don't feel injuries. But in Chelsea now, Kovacic is on for injury. Kante is on for injury. Now you see how we're suffering it. In as much as Jorginho is there, Loftus-Cheek cannot do the work of Kovacic or Kante. In as much as they are trying, yes, they are trying their best, but that experience currently now Chelsea needs that experience. Yeah. So it's just, I don't know.
Which way forward now? Which light at the end of the tunnel? Because if you look at Havertz, Werner, Lukaku, Kovacic, and they still unavailable.
It's a massive blow for Chelsea. I tell you the truth. It's a massive blow. But it's football. You can expect the unexpected. So things can stay up. But at least Kante is back on training. Kovacic for COVID-19. So we'll see how we pick up, because it's really poor for us to play the last 3 to 4 games and the only one winning, unlike Chelsea. So it's just heartbreaking.
Your final thoughts now?
As a Chelsea fan, I will not lose my courage. I am a strong blue fan, so I always have the hope. My hopes are always high. Whether I win the league or don't win the league, we're still the champions of Europe. So that's my
first and foremost. It is this COVID they really spoil things. You understand? When they like when we watch matches, when they see the best players, they want make everybody they fit. When everybody they fit, they make the best players come play. So that at the end of the day, we know say yes. Now we don't want the situation where best players don't go play because in a COVID. The way they go now, so many matches where they don't cancel and so many people. Before you know now, you go find out say they will tell you say through our next week now no match. You go before you know now we don't enter lockdown order. We know they happy with waiting they go on. You understand? But for the match, Chelsea play pass. For the match, Chelsea play pass Everton. You understand? Yeah. Chelsea supposed to get the win, but they know that quality to fit convert their possession to goals and all that. They lack them. then Everton get the equalizer, then hold on. We see how towards the end of the match, Chelsea they press, you understand? They try to do this thing. Everton then pack the boss well, you understand? Pack them till then hold on. That 1 point, they make sure say they get the 1 point. Yeah.
Just and then you feel that this whole COVID and injuries thing it will continue to affect Chelsea because the last 4 matches only 1 win.
No, you don't be say you go affect Chelsea, you go affect everybody. You understand? Sean say Man City don't rush play their own way. Most of their players they don't do this thing. You go find out say towards their next match, and go begin the year story. Say this one don't get, this one don't get. You understand? So the COVID go affect everybody. Today, today will not be only Chelsea affect too. Even affect Everton well. You understand? The likes of the Charles and other, all those they are themselves no day. Yeah. You understand? So then you got to find out say then just make do with waiting then get. Pickford, I know what I don't know be man of the match. He make so many good saves. You understand? Then Chelsea players they hit so many shots when they do on target. You understand? Even the shots where Messi Mount carry score. Now the 20th shot from Chelsea. So you go understand how Chelsea carry dominate the game. You understand? But they know they clinical in finishing those their chances. If not, Chelsea for don't win this match. Like if I be by half time, the match supposed to be like 4-0. You understand? But because Chelsea they clinical, the match now can drag till at the end. Now 1 point they carry they go out. I know say so many Chelsea fans and their players and everybody disappointed, but it is what it is. Exactly. Currently, Mendy they lick them like the watermelon in the swallow, in this goes and they enter. If I follow for one of the people the way they always they hail and say, "Now be Mr. Clean Sheet," you understand? But that clean sheet no they again. Mendy they drink the thing well, you understand? The goes and they enter. Another thing again, go find out say the reason why they receive like that. Now say they cover for the defensive midfielders. They know 2 days again. You understand? That's the cover when Kante. They know say Kante sabi win second balls. You understand? Then you go see some kind of balls where just the way Kante they always say. You understand? But when you know they Kovacic no day now just Jorginho and all these their Loftus Cheek and all these other people the way they play. That cover for the central defenders they know they get. Even if not 3 central defenders they play. That cover no day like it in the day before when Kante day. You understand? So that one self they follow they make them they concede now. You understand? Then other the teams them they learn from Chelsea matches the way they play. When they see the way other teams they take rush them score goals themselves then they capitalize on those kind of things. Then now they use their score. They know say on that Alonso wing or that kind of
happen there and the party.
So then they go that side, they go celebrate, they go side. You understand? So now the thing, then just know say if I get 1 or 2 players, then we go feel run behind those dissing them, and I will get on our chances and I will score.
Chelsea don't make me happy this night. Win my matches today. Somebody draw today with under 23 Everton. Jesus Christ. Oh boy, madu. I tell them say December no be their month. They think say na choice. December I tell you yesterday say na red. I see remain red. They do Ojoro penalty here anyhow. They win them. That last week where they play Leeds United. No, that match na draw. Chelsea not supposed to even pick 1 point this one of December. I don't understand. But just that they are locked that weekend. But this midweek where they play with Academy. They know if you win match, may tell you say this month not be their month. But still on see, they will tell you say sky na blue. Now no be sky not blue again. Now white too because I'm a tan there, you know understand. So when I leave them at the end they celebrate as if they win the match. So for sure now they win the match Everton.
I feel so why they celebrate now because of the young players where they use and those young players they use them because of COVID and injury and the same thing where they happen to Chelsea. No Lukaku, no Werner, no Havertz. So many players they miss for Chelsea and I don't say injuries and all these things evolve for football, but moving forward, if you say the thing not supposed to affect Chelsea like this or normal.
Even though this thing supposed to affect Chelsea, not be like this. The way you go play this kind on the 23 at the end of the day, they flop as if they play the lack of maybe Wolverhampton, where they say they're on their best form or something. Because the way the Chelsea play match today, guy, I'm not sure if this Everton deal with their main best players, the lack of Richarlison and other guys. The Chelsea self, I know say they lose some of their players, but that now them look stronger than this Everton team today. Then get most of their best players. I think the one way they miss today, and lack of Lukaku and N'Golo Kante, the most important player where they miss today. Chalobah did there, Rudiger did there, Udo did there, everybody did there, Messi, everybody did there. So there's nothing you will tell me say, maybe COVID affect Chelsea. It affect Everton more than Chelsea. True. So the best thing today, now Everton win the match. Not to Chelsea if you tell me. Now they get most of the best players, but they don't do the finishing. That be their problem today. Make Chelsea when I clear. I don't want to hear any excuse. When I start to tell Thomas Tuchel say he's not the best coach. last year, when I remember when I win Champions League, cause some of them don't dey complain. Say why I'm bringing Saul? Now see that mentality when we use win Champions League. Now see they used to today. Any player when play, he no be Arsenal player, na Chelsea player.
Very poor, disappointing game this night. Very poor. No, I don't say most fans they blame our coach. I don't know what thing they blame him for, because the Everton player we cross the ball now from youth. The one we score now from youth. The team where our man put up this night supposed to deliver this game. They supposed to deliver this game. Now they just make me they remember one game we play with Everton 2017 a bit 2018. This kind of night too. Now by this same time William score. See that goal we will concede. We no suppose. Very poor from how many chances we create for first half. Okay. And the coach go stand up telling to score. Don't be the coach now. The team this night supposed to deliver these 3 points. Very painful because this Everton team where come Stamford Bridge this night now their weakest team I don't watch ever where come Stamford Bridge. And this point now big loss for us, big one.
Solutions now moving forward. What do you think? Because Lukaku when I have it, COVID, Kovacic, and they can't adjust the comeback injury. So many missing players for Chelsea.
The only way forward now to let the players know say this in our Premier League we need goals. Look at Christian Pulisic this night. He's the most disappointing player this night. So disappointing. Sometimes when they read when they complain of game time, not be this kind of games. You don't see the time. Today I don't feel see any single impact when he create. This night, we just need goals for this team. And our coach sometimes so they blame her. Okay, since Lukaku come back, fire this guy. You know I'm fire him. You go they prefer to play Havertz sometimes offline. Not be like say they complain too much, but the fact is that this man need to let these players understand say this league is as difficult. You understand? We need more goals. We need more agility inside this team. Okay, how can today we get Kante for bench and you receive call from village say may you put Saul? I don't understand the person wey even call and tell am that kind of thing. If you check the first half, we are moving the ball, we are creating chances, we are not scoring. He sat down like he's not worried. That time he don't see Guardiola. That is he don dey sweat for him head already. That time you don't see am dey spark for touchline. When a coach feel relaxed for chair, sometimes the players dem go dey feel like say everything is alright with time. But when the coach don stand up, they rake. I remember when John Terry we don tell our team one time say see, anytime Jones say stand up, say all the players they don turn dey look themselves say guy, this man don get up oh, this man don get up. So this night he sat down almost all through the game. I don't count how many times he stand up. At least they let the boys understand say this Everton team by this time we are supposed to only deliver this result. So the way forward now go just work am out. We need goals for this team and we get enough players to deliver goals for this team.
Just and then 4 points behind league toppers Man City, 4 games, 1 win, and December just the start. Any light at the end of the tunnel?
Yes, there is in light. Now 4 points. Now City the top. We not seen it that far. I know say everybody sabi give the league where to Man City because of how good they assemble their team and how good then they play. But I no go fit just tell anybody say the league don't finish. No, the league never finish. Games day, injury day, the way the virus day. If I believe say if not be say the thing hits Timo Werner will Lukaku this night, know how 1-0 or 2-1 for no fit deliver the game this night. So the league still dey open, but the fact is that our team we just need to pick up because our vision this year no be top 4. We know they among teams where they wish for top 4. We no fit wish for top 4. Highest we do fit wish for. Now the person will go win the league for him back or the third position with a good fight, but we know they in the realm of say we dey fight off or people with our back. If anybody that our back self, I don't know. The only person with our front now we dey look at. So we just need to pick up as early as possible.
1-1 draw, 4 points behind table toppers Man City, 1 win in the last 4 games. Mekele.
Totally speechless. It's actually not expected. At the beginning of the match, I was even scared. The attack wasn't sharp enough. When we play the kind of football where everything is always like you pass the ball, you arrange from the back to the defense, no sharp attack, no fast movement to keep the opposition, like no way to test them. You end up drawing the match now. Where I had this whole feeling and belief that probably like Tuchel is the kind of person that he learns from his defeat. Yeah. But it feels like everything is getting worse and worse. All season, let's say from last season, we've not considered a set piece. So how did you miss that? It feels like defenders, they were not arranged, no proper arrangement or what? Like the whole, the midfield was okay. But the police, the total disappointment.
It's times like this that players like that should be stepping up, Abi.
Step up to the game so you can get featured in the next match. It's a very, very poor result. I was really, really disappointed. Kept on hoping, nothing came true. This one done big pass Shilo. We'll carry and go Juju this time.
But then one good thing that happened today, I think at least Mason Mount got a goal. After missing, I think 2 or 3 like clean chances, he got his goal last and at least moving forward is someone that you can look at and say, okay, at least we still get Mason Mount to deliver.
I prefer the Mason Mount of last season. That one, his mojo was intact. He doesn't need to miss 3 chances to convert one. So the one that we have now, I don't really understand. Either he's playing out of position, he's playing free roll. It's not that probably he's adjusted to one position. I don't know why the poor result. We can't keep getting and dropping points. How Man City and co end up winning the league is they scrap all the points, they scrape everything. They take the points from the little ones, then they make the big boys. You can decide to drop points. At least they are the ones dropping points alongside you. But you don't drop point with Everton. Everton is not a team. Compared, like they've had a very poor season. Then it has even with
so many injuries today, so many young players that have not played before, except for Everton today.
Looking at the Everton squad, I expected to win 4-5-0. Because what if a Gray played? You have very good players there. Richarlison, Gray, this other person, Townsend. What would you expect? They will come full force. Everton decides to attack us and they score. It's unnecessary. I'm really, really tired. Like, if probably like this is going to be the results always, week in, week out, keep conceding, keep dropping points, we should be at home watching the match rather than coming here to face massive humiliations. We deserve better now. Tuchel needs to really, really stand up.
And then this clean sheet issue.
Currently now, the clean sheet has turned to red sheet. It's no longer fun now. It's no fun out here at all. Watching this match, getting disappointed, hoping too much. Can't keep doing this. We need a change, man.
I think the coach now should inform of think of what to do, because before we brought him, Chelsea been having some issues in form of to build the club again, and after we brought the new coach, everything have changed. But really what really happened now is that now if Chelsea continue like this, and I don't know what to say again, because the year is already end now. So I'm thinking of to jump to another club now, but let me just see giving them 2-3 months to play. If they are continue to in form of to dropping point again, I cannot lie for you, because nobody will see something good that will not in form of to appreciate it. What really happened tonight is that now they make me not to. I was in my house watching the match. But based on the pressure, when the Everton pressure station, I need to move outside for me to, interact with my friend them. But the end of it, the match still be 1-1. God have the final say. If God really want Chelsea, maybe they should go down, they will go down. But they should go down with purpose. Because what really happened tonight is that now the coach, the information when you use, which is the
normal formation when they use. If you say you no get the players to replay that formation again.
Yes, of course. But I know say the Blues. They have done well, but what they are doing tonight is I'm not happy with them. They should put more effort to make sure that they climb the right place, because where they there now is a place of is under probability. No hope again. But I still believe that in a 10 minutes something good can happen.
And then no Lukaku, no Werner, no Havertz, no Kovacic, no Kante. So many players they miss for Chelsea, but now part of football. If you say all these injuries and all these missing players, like for a club like Chelsea, they're not supposed to feel like this, Abi.
Also, when you are talking about like in form of injury, you mentioned Lukaku. Lukaku, I don't actually know, but even when they brought him new, he was performing well. But this injury of things, I don't actually understand whether that is what they have facing Chelsea to, continue to lose match or draw match. The advice I want to give the coach now is he should be wise. I don't know whether corruption don't enter Chelsea in form of whether like collecting money and do other thing them.